75 times. 75 times in Virginia's storied history, we have witnessed this transfer from one governor to the next. 75 times a governor has taken this oath, and so many of those times it's been right here on these steps that those words have been spoken. It is the honor of my life to stand before you and take the oath today. The history and the gravity of this moment are not lost on me. I maintain an abiding sense of gratitude to those who worked generation after generation to ensure women could be among those casting ballots, but who could only dream of a day like today. I stand before those who made it possible for a woman to also participate in that peaceful transfer of power and take that oath. And it is with a profound sense of duty to all Virginians that I assume the governorship and pledge myself to work tirelessly on behalf of our Commonwealth. This year marks the 250th anniversary of two milestones in American democracy. The first is the signing of our Declaration of Independence, drafted by Thomas Jefferson, Virginia's second governor, and the man who designed the very building behind us today. And the second milestone we remember this year is the inauguration of Patrick Henry as Virginia's first governor. Governor Henry is best known for his call against tyranny at St. John's Church just up the road, words that helped launch the American Revolution. But in his final public speech, delivered in Virginia years later, in 1799, he made an appeal to his fellow citizens, warning against the divisions that were threatening our young country. His appeal remains timeless. He said, "United we stand, divided we fall. Let us not split into factions which must destroy that union upon which our existence hangs." I'll say it again, let us not split into factions which would destroy that union upon which our existence hangs. That was the challenge Governor Henry put to Virginia at the close of the 18th century, and it is the charge we must answer again today. I know that the work of perfecting our democracy has never been finished, but I am heartfelt and heartened by the fact that so much of that work has been done right here, on these very steps and across this city, where Virginia's history and America's history has so often been written. This square has been the scene of remarkable dramas of equality and justice. It's been the site of great struggles and hard-won triumphs, whose consequences have been heard across America. On these steps, Virginia's suffragists brought their cause to the General Assembly, session after session, decade after decade. And though these brave women were voted down time and time again, they refused to give up. And while the 19th Amendment gave women the right to vote in 1920, it would not be until 1952 that Virginia finally ratified it. And yet, for so many women, the right to vote was not truly secured until the passage of the Voting Rights Act of 1965. In 1960, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. addressed a crowd of more than 2,500 people here in Richmond. He implored the then governor to comply with the Brown v. the Board of Education ruling, building upon a message he had issued 1 year prior when he wrote, quote, "Today is a day for great men, great ideas, great movements." And in his urgent appeal for progress, he wrote, "As Virginia goes, so goes the South, perhaps America and the world." In 1960, following his impassioned words at the Pilgrimage of Prayer, they marched here to these steps. In the generation since Governor Henry's plea, as rights have been won and progress has been made, our Commonwealth and our country have faced hurdles, hardships, division, and bitterness. And yet along the way, what has been necessary is leaders who clearly see and willingly confront challenges. And even more importantly, what has always been essential is for people, everyday people, we Virginians, to do the same. And so it was in 1970, as our Commonwealth faced once again deep divisions, that Virginia's 61st governor didn't shy away from the challenges before him. Governor Linwood Holton stared them down, and on these steps he proclaimed, and I'm quoting, "No longer can we be divided into opposing camps of political philosophy. The time for partisan politics is over. It's time now for leadership, for action, for progress through unity." And he went on to issue a challenge. I turn today to all Virginians, whatever their political persuasion, and say, let us act together. And just 20 years later, on these steps, Virginia inaugurated our 66th governor and our nation's first elected African-American governor. Governor L. Douglas Wilder changed what so many of our fellow citizens believed was even possible. And today, on your 95th birthday, I thank you, Governor, for being here to celebrate this Virginia tradition as we continue to write our Commonwealth story. It was by design that we are a Commonwealth. In Virginia's first Constitution, written 250 years ago, they designated us as such. Virginia, no longer a colony and not simply a state in our fledgling nation, but a Commonwealth. What's the difference? Well, kids, pay attention. Someone may ask you this eventually. There's no difference. There is no difference in how we operate or function as a state. The difference lies in the intentions of our forefathers and the choice to indicate that here our government should serve the common good, that the voices of everyday Virginians, not kings, not aristocrats, not oligarchs, that the voices of everyday Virginians should drive us forward, and that our prosperity depends on that union. That our leaders and our fellow Virginians should join in common cause, find common ground, and pursue common purpose. That is the concept at the heart of what it means to be a Commonwealth. And this is what it means to be united for Virginia's future.